Oh man, this is still so weird to me, parking on top of the new Pixar Pals parking garage.
Kind of par for the course though today.
Because this is a weird day in general.
This morning I tried to go check out Knott's Merry Farm, but the parking lot was so packed and crazy.
I couldn't get in, so then I thought, I'll head on down to Disneytown.
And that is when I opened up Twitter.
And the first thing that I saw,
which I could not believe was real at first,
was a tweet from the Brea Police Department
with a picture of a potential laundry thief.
And look at the hat that he's wearing. What the heck?
Now I blurred out the face, of course, because, you know, innocent till proven guilty, but what the heck?
That was not something I expected to see today. That took a weird turn. The first thing I said, of course, was, it wasn't me, I've been framed.
But some of the other replies were priceless, like the R stands for robbery.
Now we know what happened to all the missing socks.
I mean, stealing people's clothes is not funny.
And it should go without saying that I do not endorse these things. Ooh, look at this new bridge, by the way.
Huh, well, that's nice and convenient.
But I just can't help laughing. I was not expecting this.
Oh, what a fun one.
Dude, this whole new bridge and walkway is so weird.
I used to refer to the old walking path on the other side of the street as the long, lonely walk of loneliness.
But it's now been replaced by the long, slopey walk of slopiness. Now, I love a good old-fashioned Disney tram ride as much as the next guy.
But I must say, I do prefer walking whenever possible, especially at the end of the night.
When all the crowds are crammed up against the tram lines, it's nice to have an on-foot option back again. Wow, look at this.
Still nothing in the old Rainforest Cafe.
Ever since they canceled their plans to build a new hotel right over here, I've been waiting to see what would go in the ESPN zone and the old movie theater, but so far, nothing. Dude, I keep thinking about that funny tweet.
What's next? The Grinch wearing a Random Land hat? Who steals laundry?
I mean, if you're gonna steal clothes and no one can change your mind,
wouldn't you want to steal some nice fresh clothes?
I mean, who wants somebody's old used clothes?
Well, maybe it's all just a big misunderstanding. Look, it's Ronnie James.
Get it? That's a Dio joke. Anyway, I'm feeling a little crammed, a little pressed for time.
This is now the weekend right before Christmas, and there's so much to do.
And I've been doing so much that I feel like I can't do anything at all, if that makes any kind of sense to you.
Part of the problem was the big back injury.
I'm only just now starting to get moving around again, so I feel like I have so much to catch up on. And of course, going to Paris and coming back right before Christmas.
Without any Christmas shopping being done.
Well, that was a tiny little bit of a boo-boo.
But they say one of the best things you can do when you're feeling stressed out
is to take a nice walk in the park.
And that's why I'm here.
Oh, look at this. Look at Goofy dance. Who knew that Dingo could bust a move like that?
Hey, wait a minute. Where's their car? I guess it doesn't matter. Wow. Stay grumpy after seeing that.
Oh yeah, look at this. I noticed this the other day. This strangely shaped cotton candy. At first I thought it was supposed to be leftover Oogie Boogie cotton candy.
But then I realized I am a moron.
This down here is supposed to be like snowflakes, and obviously these are Christmas trees.
It took me a minute, but I got there.
Oh yeah, I forgot about DCA's Festival of Holidays. All these weird foods and drinks and holiday shrimp and grits.
Because of my wife, dude.
Unlike the various festivals at Epcot on the East Coast, there's so rarely anything gluten-free here
that it always slips my mind.
Oh, here's something I could get behind though.
Christmas on Route 66.
Look at Radiator Springs. How fantastic is that? I love the way that Cars Land turned into the place that they fully decorate for every holiday.
Hey, where's your Santa hat? Stupid Grinchy tractor.
And it's always over the top with the automotive elements, like these air filters up here, or the Cars-themed parody posters. It always looks so fantastic. Hey, look at this over here inside the Cozy Cone Motel. They've got a gingerbread version of the place. That is awesome.
You know, I thought about taking a winter-themed trip down Route 66 sometime.
But it's just so darn cold out there this time of year. Someday, though, I might still do it.
That whole back injury thing I was talking about caught me completely off guard.
All of my fall and winter 2019 plans were completely humbugged.
Even now, I'm dealing with a little bit of pain.
A lot of weakness caused by the pinching of the nerves.
They're still talking about giving me injections in my neck.
So I've been trying to take it easy until I'm fully recovered.
But easier said than done with me, because I get fidgety.
Wow, look at this over here. Still a dead end.
They're working on that newfangled Spider-Man attraction over there.
Crazy though, because with how fast time has been flying by, we're gonna be web slinging in no time. Look at this behind the tractor. See that construction back there?
The Avengers are coming.
You see, this is the benefit of not obsessing over every little morsel of construction and coming back every once in a while.
Every time I do, I'm like, wow.
Look at how much progress they've made. Oh, wait a minute.
What's going on here?
Oh, how about this? We got a little bit of a miniature holiday cavalcade going on down here. Wow.
Oh, they're dancing.
Whoa, wait a minute. Look at this. We got some country bears out here. Now that I was not expecting. Hey, it's Woody and Bo Peep.
I feel bad I still haven't seen Toy Story 4.
Wow, that is so strange. They all come to this little square over there.
I have a little Mickey's Happy Holidays dance party.
A little crowded at the moment, though.
That's okay, I'm sure I'll see Mickey later.
Actually, as a matter of fact, you know what? My time is running short.
Maybe we ought to be heading on over to the old classic Disneyland.
So weird. I cannot think of the last time I saw any country bears here on the West Coast like that.
Good to see him nonetheless.
I actually wish they'd find more uses for the country bears over here, you know?
I mean, they've got the characters.
Maybe some sort of stage show like they did with Hocus Pocus back east.
Could be cool. I don't want to be one of those Imagineers absolute nightmare people.
But it could be kind of fun. Hey, look at this. Speaking of fun, looks like Santa's holiday visit is back.
Seems to be mostly the same as last year.
But that's a good thing, because who doesn't like seeing Santa in the redwoods? Uh-oh. Actually, looks like Santa's missing at the moment.
Oh no. No Santa.
Who's gonna bring all the presents and eat all the Christmas? Oh, there he is. There you are, Santa. I was worried that you went missing.
Yes, I was talking to Mr. Hasbro.
Oh, good, okay. Don't forget I want lots of Star Wars.
Whew, close call.
You know, I heard that Santa's actually out here on Christmas Day, too.
He's here on Christmas Eve, flies around the world delivering all the presents,
and then comes back in the morning to work a double shift.
Guys, Santa might be a workaholic.
Well, you know what? If jolly old Saint Nick is having fun,
then who are we to criticize, huh?
You know, DCA is just night and day way better than it used to be.
I actually enjoy walking around here now.
But having said that, now that we've taken our look, it's time for an upgrade. Ah, yeah.
There we go.
There's nothing quite like an evening on Main Street. The lights, the sights, the sounds, and that unearthly feeling of coming home. Uh-oh. Can you see that up in the trees? Can you see all those crows?
Can you hear them all?
Every night at sunset, it's crow time here. Transylvania has bats, Anaheim has crows.
We used to have a lot of farms around here.
If you grew up in Orange County like I did, then you know it's crows in the trees and seagulls on the playground. I love how they change the plants with the seasons. A lot of work must go into that.
That's the cool part about Disneyland. There's something for everyone.
From sculptors to horticulturalists. Oh, look at that. It's Ariel. Even Ariel likes to visit Tomorrowland. She must have heard about those new scenes that they added into Star Tours from the new movie.
I was hoping to pop on for a ride.
But it looks like a lot of other people have the same idea right now, so it might have to wait. Oh, Star Tours, the one Star Wars sequel everybody used to agree on.
I loved the original. I loved Captain Rex.
But I gotta tell you, up till just a few years ago, they still had the original ride in Disneyland Paris, and I actually rode it there, then flew back here, and within 24 hours rode this one. So I feel like I could say with some authority that the upgraded version of the ride is actually better.
Well, except arguably just the part that it's in 3D.
Nobody likes to wear those glasses, and the proof? They're not exactly selling those frames at Lane-Crafters, are they?
I do love that neon, though.
And I also, no matter the ups and downs, will always love Star Wars.
And just like the old days,
it seems like the Star Trader here is the only place you can actually get a hold of the merch. Seriously, try going to Target or Walmart right now. You won't see half this much stuff. Oh, what the heck? I want this, and this, and this. Oh, definitely want this. Yeah, even kind of this and this.
Oh, wait a minute. This is weird.
Notice anything different between these two R2-D2s right here? This one on the left was packaged upside down. Look at that. They stuck it in the box the wrong way.
For some people, that makes it highly collectible. Weird.
You know, even here, you don't see a lot of Rise of Skywalker or Mandalorian merchandise.
I think they took the wait and see if it's popular first approach.
After what happened with The Last Jedi and Solo.
Smart, but frustrating.
I really want that Baby Yoda merch.
Oh man, it's busy in there.
Well, it's busy everywhere here today.
Anywhere even near Christmas or New Year's out here.
And you're gonna find that things get quite busy. Wow, look at this. I am loving this new sign. I don't think I've seen this actually lit up at nighttime yet. Fantastic.
Makes me hungry, but I've got to resist. I got a Christmas dinner I got to go to in 1 hour.
And actually, speaking of, if I only have an hour left out here, I guess I'd better pick up the pace.
Because I'd like to take a gander at those Small World Christmas lights.
And if I can,
Maybe dip over into Star Wars Town just for a second.
wait a minute. What's this?
Not lit yet.
Oh, maybe it's about to happen. There's quite a crowd here. Although then again, given that the inside is all decorated, and I mean really decked out, decorated for Christmas in every conceivable way. We could just be looking at the line out here. Whoa.
Well, I guess we were a little early.
Oh, nope. We're right on time.
Here it comes.
That is unbelievable. Look at that. Fan-friggin-tastic.
Now that is quite a display.
None of my neighbors even come close. Whoa, and I'm guessing none of these people's neighbors do either. Yikes.
That is a heck of a crowd.
Ooh, I guess we're gonna have to go the sneaky way.
Shh, be quiet, everybody.
We're sneaking. That's why we've got our sneakers on.
All right, I'm just looking here.
And I think I have just about enough time left
To catch some of that Life Day celebrating.
over in Star Wars Town.
So far as I'm aware,
Disneyland hasn't had to rope off Star Wars Town
due to overcrowding the way they have a couple of times at Walt Disney World.
We'll have to see if that changes on Christmas Day when the park reaches capacity, inevitably, of course.
But mainly it seems like the crowds have sort of policed themselves. If it gets a little busy, a lot of people go out and do something else for a while.
One thing's for sure, though.
It's never empty.
Whether they're Clone Wars lovers or Ryan Johnson lovers
Or JJ fans.
or even the people who prefer to kick it old school like me, it seems like everybody
Likes to get away.
to a galaxy far, far away. Wow, that over there is still one heck of a sight.
Now something weird here. I believe Star Wars Land is supposed to be on the timeline.
Between The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker, so that means that dish right there should be gone.
Ooh, maybe they'll replace it with the real one, you know?
Hey, I can dream, I can dream.
I will always love Star Wars. Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, and of course, the only 2 legitimate sequels.
You know which ones I'm talking about. The Ewok movies, of course.
Seriously though, we'll talk Star Wars sequels another day in another video.
Everything that came after the originals to me is sort of bonus material. You can love it, you can hate it, it doesn't really matter. I will always, always love the original Star Wars.
And you know, I've come around on Solo. Rewatching that movie, it's actually pretty fantastic. If it was about John Bolo instead of Han Solo,
I don't think anyone would have had any reason to complain, honestly. Like, I mean,
I get it if only Harrison will ever be Han to you, and I understand why people were mad at the franchise and didn't go and kind of boycotted it and all that stuff.
but giving it a little bit of a rewatch, honestly, it wasn't that bad.
I'm sorry to say this, it was good. Watch it again. You'll see.
It's funny. The guy that played Han was actually a pretty good actor. Chewie was fantastic.
The Mother of Dragons is always good.
Some weird stuff happened there at the end, I'll grant you.
But now that I've rewatched it, I'm actually genuinely bummed we probably won't ever get a sequel to it.
Oh, look at those guys up there. You think they like Solo?
Probably not.
Pretty sure these guys are more into the dark side. Hatred. Anger.
Cool white helmets.
We all know that Han wasn't really into safety gear. I actually really like Star Wars Land.
Space Town is pretty darn cool.
I'm just really looking forward to the days when it's not the brand new land,
When the rides aren't the brand new rides.
and you get one of those weird, peaceful nights where not a lot of people are here and everyone kind of leaves after the fireworks.
That's gonna be the hot sauce.
I am gonna love walking around half-empty Batu at night, let me tell you. Oh, snap, it's Kylo Ren! Somebody Somebody called the cops. Somebody's in trouble.
Just don't call him Ben Solo, you'll get his angry eyes.
The great part about Star Wars Land is if you really listen,
There's all kinds of music and conversations.
and weird mechanical sound effects everywhere, it really sucks you in.
And it's interesting because they could have just designed a couple of Star Wars coasters.
But instead they went for this whole crazy, immersive, hyper detailed place where really you're supposed to soak it in, you know? Oh, Chewie! Uh-oh, he's still mad about Han. I mean, one of my favorite parts of Star Tours back in the day when I was a little kid, you know what? Even up until they changed it when I was a teenager.
No, they didn't change it when I was a teenager, but up until they changed it and when I was a teenager.
I loved being in that line with those baskets up ahead with all the space junk and the weird leftover props from the movie. I just always loved feeling like I was in that galaxy far, far away.
Speaking of being in that galaxy, by the way,
I'm glad they decided not to decorate this area for Christmas.
it would be a little weird to see the Millennium Falcon.
Or the A-Wing or the X-Wing covered with Christmas lights, you know what I mean?
I'm still kind of bummed I was double booked with Paris.
Because I did have that invitation from Walt Disney World to ride Rise of the Resistance, and Disneyland has never sent me an invitation for anything.
So I don't know if I'll get a sneak peek of this version.
But either way, I am now looking forward to the day it opens to the public.
So I can finally see it with my own eyes.
I mean, true, I got to walk around inside of there while it was under construction in Florida,
But it's nowhere near the same thing, and most of the animatronics were covered with tarp.
so soon we'll be right here in this ultra long line, I'm sure.
And it'll be a day long remedy.
All right, well, I've got no choice.
It's time for me to make my way out.
Because I gotta drive all the way to Beverly Hills, actually, because I told a friend of mine I'd be there for dinner.
I have no idea what's going to go on between now and the end of the year.
But I have a lot of plans now for when the weather warms up.
Not to mention I've been considering bringing back a little more vlogging, whether either to this channel or maybe another one.
And I've actually been developing another show. I'm not entirely sure whether or not that idea will live on its own or get folded into the Random Land thing. But we have tons more Patreon podcasts coming up. Some new adventures booked
For the first couple of months of the year.
But really, the real juicy stuff's all gonna be when it gets warm. I'd love to tell you about it, but it's a secret. In the meantime, check and see if you're still subscribed. They've been sort of unsubbing people.
Hit that bell if you want to make sure you're going to see more videos. At least I heard that works.
And we'll be back very soon
For some more Random Land.
adventures. Happy holidays, everyone. Thank you to everyone who sent me a Christmas card in the mail.
And everyone binging a Random Land marathon.
I hope to be back again before Christmas time.
But these days, with everything going on around the holidays,
You just never know. So just in case,
like I said, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
and even if you don't celebrate anything this time of year,
I hope you have a great time with family. Have a lot of Christmas treats.
do your duty and then go home and sleep well.
Bye-bye.